Hey YouTube, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about things stationery related, fountain pens, occasionally some artwork, and occasionally some books are going to get thrown into it. Today's video though is very much about what's going on with the 2024 lineup of planners. So let's get into it. Oh, and I apologize for all you returning subscribers. Gosh, I always get ahead of myself. For all you returning subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and sticking with me. I really do appreciate it. So, I'm just kind of going to tell you, this is going to be kind of a catch-up video. So, I'm currently still using my Luminous pin case. I carry this as my EDC carry. I've got 3 fountain pens in it and some, well, actually 4. Sorry about that. Allergies. Had to sneeze. So I'm still carrying this pin case, and I'm rocking that one pretty hard. And sorry, I don't know. There's something about filming in YouTube, and my allergies are always getting triggered, and I really do apologize for it. I want to go through where I'm at. I am right now destashing on fountain pens. And I want to thank everyone who has generously bought fountain pens from me. I got all of them out as of today's filming, which is Monday. I'm late. I'm sorry. I did the film to put up yesterday, and I saw things in it that I didn't like, so I'm reshooting. But everybody who bought a fountain pen, thank you so much. But if you did buy one from me, please let me know when you received it, because they're all in the mail. But I have these remaining, and I will update. I will say that I will direct people from YouTube to Instagram. All the instructions for ordering, if you're interested, are actually going to be in YouTube. So I'm not updating Instagram as much, but I will link Instagram back to YouTube so that people know what's going on. I have done a run through of all of these fountain pens in my previous episode. So if you're interested in buying any of the ones that are remaining, please let me know, and I will get back to you probably in a couple of weeks. But do not reach out or wait a couple of weeks, because the pen that you want may or may not be gone already. I only have one 14 karat gold nib pen left. Let me just get that one out. And that is this Nice pen from Platinum. It is a rose gold special edition, and I hope you guys can see the body of this pen very well, because it is faceted in a really weird texture that I actually don't like, which is why I'm really kind of getting rid of the pen. I love Platinum pens. This one is in a medium nib, so it writes almost like, because it's a Japanese pen, almost writes like a fine or extra fine. Okay, since I started on my right hand side, we'll go from right to left. I have my TWSBI 580 Prussian Blue Diamond ALR pen still available. This is the Parker IM. I have a few of the Jinhao 82s. These are very similar to a Sailor Studio Pro Gear Slim. I am going to get rid of this special edition of this blue Kaweco Studio AL. This is an AL. This is a random miscellaneous pen. I don't even remember what it is. It's not any script. I got it off of Amazon. This is another Kaweco Dia. And again, all the information is sitting on Instagram and in the comments below. So if it's not, if I'm not mentioning, it's probably been sold, most likely. The Pilot Metropolitan, the Pilot Explorer are still available. My Faber-Castell Emotion is still available for sale. On the left-hand side, this is I think this is the Sailor Prophet. I have a Neosim pen, which is a German pen. The Jinhao X, I think this is the X750. I always forget what this one is. Yeah, this is the X750. It says it's fine, but it writes more like a medium, so it's a very juicy writer. The Anovo Monteverde limited edition pen, I have that one for sale in rose gold as well. This is the pen company. This is a hand-turned Yovo nib number 6 fountain pen, really good writer as well. That one is still available. I have the Sailor Lecoule. This is the Sailor steel nib version of a Pro Gear Slim. I have a vintage, this is a vintage Auroa fountain pen. This does have a cartridge. I found a cartridge converter in there, so that's got that in there. This is the Jinhao. I think this is the X159. This is a takeaway from the Mont Blanc Meisterstruck. I have the Kaweco Student Edition in a clear demo, and the Benu Luminous pen still available. Once again, I went into really great detail in the prior episode, so if you want to check that out, where I kind of uncap them, show the nibs, give you my thoughts on them, have at it. All right, where am I at already at almost the last month of the first quarter of 2024? I know it's only the beginning of the year, and we're only, what, 2 months, almost 3 months into 2024, but I've already got some thoughts on journals. So I'm going to tell you what I bought at the beginning of the year and what I'm sticking with and things that are kind of changing already. So I went and lost my mind like a lot of people did, and I'm not going to do that this year coming up for 2025, I can guarantee it, and went crazy with indecisiveness, I would say. I was very undecided. And what I ended up doing, allergies are kicking my butt. I lost my mind. I have so many planners that I bought for 2024. Here's the rest of the stash that I cannot do this in 2025. It's way too much. It's like, good Lord, and I've got 2 over here to the side. It is like I had lost my mind, and I think it's because I'm also trying to figure out a system that I actually overbought. But the downside about that is you overbuy and then you're really not in your planners the way that you really want to be, because you're too busy trying to get everything and trying to figure out everything all at once. And it's probably better to do things in stages, at least for me. Certain things are not changing. So let me just shove this pile away. One of the things that are not changing, and this is a new cover, this is from the spring edition for Hobonichi. This is that new cover that they have, and I forgot the name, but I'll put it up in the comments over here in the corner or down below somewhere. I'm still rocking my A6. I love throwing this into my bag as my EDC, and it's a great size for travel. Like, I can still travel journal in this and do all the things that I want to do in it. So it is big enough so that you can get a clip. If you've got a pen with a clip, you need you can use the clip over here to the side, and that will slide in quite nicely, and it tucks away really well. So I actually really do love it, but it does make me have to always get a fountain pen with a clip, because the pinhole that they have is tiny. There's no way anything is going to fit into that clip other than the way that I did it. So it's only kind of for you to clip your pen into. I like the fact that it has this pocket here for ephemera, cash, coins, whatever you might want to put into it, and it also has a back pocket. So I'm getting ready to do some traveling. This is just absolutely perfect because I can just wrap it. My pages edges are protected in it, which I really do appreciate that, because when I'm checking these into backpacks and travel bags, it's just nice to know that everything is kind of enclosed off and secured. So that is my A6. I'm not changing on that. I'm also not changing on, this is my 5-year diary from Midori, and I think I'm in year 3.5 in some parts, or 4 going into others, because I kind of picked this up after a year had started. So I'm still working on this as my daily kind of thoughts and journal. Really do love this a lot, but I might get the Hobonichi style just because I like how they give you the page on the right as open free space, and you can stick a photo down or something like that. This one has designated lines for, it's basically both pages open up. I'll show you really quick. Both pages open up, and you have to, therefore write on both sides. So there's no room for any kind of free space. So that has not changed. Okay, so these two things have been kind of consistently the same has not changed. What else has not changed is me using the Hobonichi Weeks regular for my health and fitness journal. I'm not going to open this up and share because it's kind of personal, but I have noticed with this that I'm running out of a little bit of space within the tightness of the weeks where I cannot really put down things that are happening that I'm monitoring because I'm actively really working on getting in even better shape than I already am, losing even more weight, and just kind of getting my health together. So there's certain markers that I'm tracking that I have not been tracking in the last few years, and that's basically just because I'm getting older. So I found this 360 journal from a company called Sequence. I hope you guys can see that in here. Probably made in China, most likely, but what I've been able to do is I have so much more space in this page to write down metrics and things that I'm tracking on a daily basis. Plus, in the back, they have a very decent, substantial note section. And I'm thinking, and I just started doing it just this month, so I'm thinking that I'm going to maybe switch out of even the weeks, which was my ride and die hard kind of method for tracking my health, into this. And it still has a smaller form factor, but as you can tell, more pages. And I'm really, really enjoying that. So this might be changing in 2025. I'm trying this one out just to see how I like it, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So that might be the change up for 2025 from a health and fitness perspective. What I have discovered, though, is the Hobonichi Weeks size is absolutely great for me from a daily planner as a daily driver. I'm not so crazy busy that I need to have a cousin. I have other journals to write down, even my more personal thoughts that I don't have shown here, that's in a B6 slim size, that I really do enjoy. But what is not working for me already is the Common Planner from Sterling Ink. I just am not gravitating towards it enough, and I'm just not feeling it. What I am feeling from Sterling Ink is her Into Hobonichi Weeks Mega kind of style planner. I reach for this all the time. I'm absolutely really enjoying getting, oops, that was my magnet. Okay, writing things down on it. I like the size of it. I like the fill in hand. I have it wrapped around now a hand stitched leather tea journal. If I had to travel with this, I could travel with this and it's not so bulky. And I actually really do appreciate that. I might actually take it out of this cover and put it into my other Hobonichi hand stitched leather tea cover that I pulled out, and I have my other cover in, which is this one. I did buy another Hobonichi Weeks regular this year just because I fell in love with the cover and I really didn't have a purpose for it, so I should have left it in the store. That would have been the better thing to do. But I do have my other Hobonichi Weeks regular in the dragon cover sitting in this cover right now. Is again from Hand Stitched Leather Tea that I kind of do throw in my bag when I don't want to throw in my A6, that I just kind of go in and out. So sometimes I do kind of trade off between these two sizes. And like I said, the one reason why I do like this is because it's got a wrap around where this edge is exposed in this, where it is not exposed in this wonderful thing that envelops it. So yeah, I still have these two things. I do sometimes think with my weeks, I'm starting to notice that I'm running out of a little bit of space, that I don't find that I'm running out of space in the Common Planner from Sterling Ink. So therefore, I don't know. I don't think next year I might back away from the Hobonichi Weeks at this point. One of the things that I did buy that I thought for travel that I would use is the Common Planner in passport size. And I can see that I am probably not going to do that. If anything, if I carry even a smaller bag, because I switch my bags like I switch a lot of things just because I like to switch up. If I carry a really small sling bag, this will fit into it perfectly, and it lets me, and I can just even take this out of this cover, which leather covers, as beautiful as they are, create weight and bulk. Um, I'm better off putting this around a band that I have like on my other weeks and just throwing it into my bag and just chucking it that way, because this actually is a very small passport size notebook, or trying to find another one of my passport size covers to put it in. But I like this one because it does have the card case and it has sleeves and pockets just in case, and I can put money in if I wanted to use this as a wallet. But otherwise, this planner as is just very, very small and very, very compact. The drawback is it's very, very small and very, very compact, and you don't have a ton of room to write in these pages. So, you know, my handwriting, albeit is not minuscule, I don't like to necessarily, with my age and my eyes, like to write so tiny that I can't even discern what it is after the fact. So that's a byproduct probably of aging a little bit for me. So there's that one. And I won't be buying a passport size for 2025. I know that for sure. I'll probably stick with the common planner and go up to keep the N2. Okay, so that leads me to my last two journals, because I'm trying to figure out what method I like, and there's trade-offs with both. And these are my reading journals. And I've become a very avid reader and listener of books this year. It started last year where I kind of came back into it, really enjoying reading a lot, or listening to books and reading them that way, or taking them in that way. This version is a Archer and Olive. It's more of a freeform bullet journal where I put my book titles in, I keep track of my books read, my books that I'm reading, and then I have all the data and information that I want, and I can do write-ups in this because I've got blank pages available to like kind of put my thoughts down on any book that I like. This is going well, but this is going to be limited. I can tell already from looking at this, it's going to bulk up, and I will probably get maybe 30 or so books in on this, maybe 40, before it just gets to be really unruly. So I also pulled or picked and bought last year the PAL planner that Yoseka was talking about. And I really do like this planner. It does come with almost everything that you need. You get a paper clip, they give you a pen, they give you a pencil board so that you can write down your information. Let me just get my stickers out of the way here. And you have these daily window slots to kind of put your data down if you want to for the day. I did a recap here of the books that I read in 2023. Still reading other books in 2024, and I usually read 2 or 3 books at a time, so I've got things that are going on with the books that I'm reading. And I really do like this from a very, if you wanted to do a very simplistic layout, like what you read, not a lot of deep diving on notes. The days that you're not putting down a book cover, you can actually write about whatever book that you're talking about. The drawback of this is that there is not a lot of pages in the back. So if I really did want to recap, I would probably have to limit it to like my top X number of books, right? That's the drawback of this planner. But if you were going to do a simplified version of a reading journal, which I might end up getting towards that point, because all of these things, all these planners, all these notebooks, it's just a lot to keep up with. And sometimes I feel like for myself, I'm too busy trying to like keep up with maybe trends versus experiences. And I think as I get older, I'm getting to be more experience focused and not get caught up into let me have a gazillion planners, and especially not making them pretty. There's a lot to be said for functionality versus aesthetics, and sometimes I feel like you need to capture enough so that you know what happened if you look back and you're going to keep these things. But otherwise it creates maybe unnecessary clutter in our lives, and I'm at a point right now where I'm trying to simplify and really discover what gives me joy. And as much as I love paper and analog and fountain pens, there becomes a time for me anyhow where it's getting to be too much of everything, too much of consumerism, too much of chasing around everybody else. And it's my own fault. It's not anybody doing anything to me. It's just how I have wired myself into this, that I'm trying to maybe unwire myself away from some bad habits. So that's where I am in the first quarter of 2024. Let me know too if you guys are feeling like you've done too much with planners and losing your mind. You're doing too much with everything and you're trying to kind of get back to a more happy medium and scale back to some stability. All right. I really do appreciate it if you made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed the content. Leave any questions, comments below. If you're like thinking that there's a fountain pen that you're interested in, all the information for ordering is below. I'm doing things through my pen and paint 3@gmail account, so feel free to reach out to me there. I try to check that every day, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. I am going to be out on hiatus after this video for a couple of weeks, so I will be back mid-March. All right, until the next time, take care. Bye.